Wake 'em up. Got 'em, man. I'm back again.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Firechicken back here at the Scrapyard.
What's up, Viking Warrior?
Hi, I'm the Canadian.
Hey.
Streetbeefs, what's going on? Livest podcast in the Pacific Northwest, ScrapTalk. I'm your
Here
host
with your host, they got him. I'm back again.
The Canadian. Hi.
How's it going, guys? Man, I'm really excited about this. This is our 12th.
Shout out Daniel the Wizard, man. Just watching that got me hyped. We got the livest waiting instrumentals on the internet right now.
3 days our man above.
I was bobbing my head like, hey.
Shout out the Wiz.
Also, we got missing Viking Warrior, but he always late, but always ready. Viking Warrior is our fourth host. Getting into this episode, we're gonna give a history of the scrapyard, a history of our backgrounds and who you're really, getting introduced to as far as the scrapyard, Jay Gottem, the Canadian, Viking Warrior, and also Firechicken.
Yeah, man.
But we're going to start with Firechicken because he is the founder of the scrapyard, and we're going to let you guys know, if you didn't know, if you're a fan, how the scrapyard came about.
All right. So the scrapyard's been around since July 2020. That was our first event, but we actually started scrapyard fights before that. This all stemmed back to my trip over to Virginia. I fought for Streetbeefs back in 2018. I fought 2 times on a work trip. I got back over here and I thought, you know what? We don't got nothing like this over here. And I was so impressed with the way that they ran. There he is.
There he is. Always late, but stay ready. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Welcome to ScrapTalk.
What's up? How y'all fellas doing?
Doing awesome.
That's good.
Just going over the history of my history with the scrapyard, how it got started and everything. So I did a couple fights over in Virginia. I came back and was like, you know what? I was so impressed with how it was, how people treated each other. I knew that we had to have something like that.
And who did you fight over there?
I fought in the OG yard, like Scarface's backyard. I fought a guy named Deadpool, and I fought a guy named Steady Eddie.
And you went 2-0?
I went 2-0, two knockouts. Yep.
Were those your first fights like in a ring?
No. Actually, I did sanctioned MMA back in like 2009, and I went 3-1. I did a boxing match when I was 9 years old. That was just like I didn't have any real training or anything, but I lost that one.
Right.
And then I've done grappling matches like at shows and stuff, like throughout the years, but yeah.
That's what's up.
So we got over here. We built this ring back in July, and contacted Scarface, and we kind of pitched him the idea, like, hey, what do you think of Streetbeefs Scrapyard? We already got a ring set up, and he thought it was a great idea. So that's how we started Streetbeefs Scrapyard. Our first event, July 2020. We had like 12 fights or something. It was a train wreck as far as like talking in front of a camera, not knowing what to do. But you know what? We've gotten better and better throughout the event. And here we are, like almost 2 years later.
So coming into the first event, would you say there was any like highlights that you'll never forget about your first event?
Yeah. I wanted to be the first person in the ring just because it's like I started it and everything. I did a grappling match, like big surprise, right? So I did that, but then we had Fury versus True Grit, and that was a good match. We also had a guy fly out from Cali, and that was a Street Beefs fighter. I'm probably not supposed to mention him because he's not in Street Beefs anymore, but he fought one of our guys. So that's like the realization that people are willing to fly from different states to come out here. That was like a really big deal. That really made it,
Okay. What about you, the Canadian? Nobody really knows where you even came from. I'm pretty sure you're not from Canada, though.
No, I am not. I'm from
You're
St.
not
Louis.
from Canada.
I'm from St. Louis.
How did you get the name the Canadian?
Yeah, we want to know that.
Playing 2K with the homies. I'm a big Drake fan, and I'm a Raptors fan. I've been playing basketball since DeMar was there. I got the Raptors. I'm up there, demoing something, putting 20 up, and then the second half came and I got blew out. But they roasted me and said, you should call yourself a Canadian, because I already told them I was fighting at Streetbeefs.
Because you halfway look like the Weeknd.
Halfway damn near.
So when did you first start beating niggas up?
2012.
2012.
I started boxing. I boxed amateur in St. Louis. I went 4-1. I won a welterweight championship. I stopped when I went to college in 2014, and then I was just chilling on the couch, and I was already a fan of Street Beef back in 2019, and I was supposed to fight in Street Beef that year, 2019, but I got injured training a couple times, so I couldn't. Very next year, well, actually towards the end of the year, that's a lot, my bad. December, me and Scarface, we hitting each other up, calling, texting each other, and then boom, he invites me out for the boxing mixer. I go out to Virginia. I go 2-0. I fought a guy named Payne. Shout out Payne. Then I fought Scarface right afterwards. Went 2-0, and then came out to the West Coast.
Yeah. So you just traveled.
Yeah, I just hopped on the plane. I got flued out.
What made you move from St. Louis to the West Coast?
I'm an actor. I'm an actor, and I told when I got locked up back in 2015, right after college. Well, right during college, got locked up while I was in college, and long story short or whatnot,
Now make a long story long. We got time today. I got time.
All right, bet. So
Let's get into the details, man.
I caught a case. I was in jail, bonded right out. Like after 2 weeks, I wasn't trying to be in there for hellas, and I was basically fighting 5 years. Right, 5 years either way. 5 years. I had a choice, like 5 years. If you take it to trial, bet. If you take a plea deal, we'll put you on house arrest. Bet. Give me probation, put me on house arrest. Went to like 2 probation officers. The first one was cool, but she transferred. Then I got another one, and she was kind of racist. So I'm still young. I'm yapping at her. I'm nipping at her.
How old are you at this time?
2015. I'm probably like, I was born in 96. Forgive me for my bad.
So you're 19.
Yeah, 19. Well, I was 18. I was 18 because I turned 19 that summer. So I was 18, just like, nah, what? Like, going at her because she
at your hottest.
Man, she was like, oh yeah, bet you can go right back then. I'm like, okay, you know what? You know what? My bad. It's off on the wrong foot, baby. I'm sorry. Damn. Shit.
So you was already fighting at this point?
You know what? My bad. You said what?
You were already fighting at this point?
Nah, I had just stopped fighting a year after. It was 2015.
Okay, what about before that? Like were you the type to beat niggas up at parties, or you know what I'm saying? Like, when did you know that you could fight before training?
I couldn't fight before training, actually. I couldn't fight before training. I did some backyard MMA before I learned how to box. And I was iffy at best. I went like 33-22. So I was but you know, it was a toss-up. And it was backyard MMA. I was little, like 130, 140, getting slung around most of the time. But I always hit hard. I was always ducking action until I learned how to box. And then I learned how to box. I started, you know, catching action. And then I get into, but I wasn't in like the streets, and I wasn't doing like dumb stuff. I was just like, okay, we could fight. We could fight about it. I don't care. I was just tussle. Getting to college, and then me and a gentleman had an altercation, and I wilded out too much, and I wilded out on him and another person, and then
it was a wrap. Now you got charges. Now you got charges. What's going on?
Assault.
So you took the house arrest.
Most definitely. I
started fucking up with your probation officer.
I wound up getting off early. I wound up getting off early by grace of God, for real. She was trying to put me away. But, you know, lawyers did their thing. Mama's praying did their thing. As soon as I got off probation, I found a job, worked it for a year, saved up money, got my income tax return, moved right out of St. Louis.
And hit the West Coast.
Yes, sir. Hit the West Coast.
Got up out of that environment.
Had to.
Yeah. Started chasing dreams.
Yes, sirski. Started chasing dreams. Started chasing fades. Now I fight in Scrapyard. I fought in West Coast too. They don't want me no more.
So the first Streetbeefs you fought in was which one? Because I know you didn't fight you fought everywhere, right?
Everywhere, man.
Yeah. I fought in OG branch first. Then when I moved out, the West Coast was just getting started. You know, me, Martin, and shout out Martin and Alex. We worked together to, you know, help, you know, pull Streetbeefs West Coast together for real. And man, that was something like the best.
Because I think the first time I seen you was repping the Shinigami fight where he kicked the dude in the face.
Yes, sir.
That's the first time I seen you.
That was
then after that I seen your fight.
I remember him fighting Scarface, though. That's where I remember you from.
Yep.
That was my first memory of the Canadian.
I had just got done fighting somebody, and Scarface was supposed to fight a dude, but the dude didn't want to fight him. He was like, hey, man, look, I hate to ask you because the experience difference, but you want to get some work in? You still want to fight? I'm like, yeah, let's get it. And I got in there and held my own with Scarface.
Okay.
What yard was that in? What yard did you fight in? Did you
that
fight
was the old Winchester yard. That was when they
old Winchester? Okay.
The old Winchester yard. Dude,
that's not the backyard one where they had the boards?
Nah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I fought.
That's where you fought?
Yeah, that's the OG yard. That's like his
backyard with the dude
with the boards and that shit is. They had the boards up in that motherfucker.
Oh no, not that yard. The yard after that.
No, you fought the one after that, yeah.
Yeah, but I've been to that yard. I went. Scarface took me to his crib, and that's why I got a photo. Man, it was lit. I wanted to fight right then and there. I wanted to get active in there.
So you came to the West Coast and you got to acting, but what were you used training for? Just to fight in the West Coast Scrapyard?
Yeah.
Or West Coast yard?
I was only training for fights. Because I had already put down boxing, and Streetbeefs just made me pick it back up. I still had that fire in me.
So what's your record right now?
In street beefs or in boxing?
All together, street beefs wise.
Yeah.
Oh, street beefs wise.
I'm just saying because I didn't see you get whooped a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
5 and 2.
No, hell no. You've only had 7 fights, bro.
Only 7 fights. 2 in the OG branch. I believe
2 in the scrapyard.
Yeah, 2
hey,
in the
ring time matters.
You said ringside?
Ring time.
Ring time, yeah, true.
Ring time matters.
No, I did like what? 2 or 1 West Coast fight. I think I did two West Coast fights. 2 West Coast fights. And yeah.
You fought in the scrapyard before the West Coast, right?
No, I fought on the West Coast before Scrapyard.
Okay. Was that out?
Yeah.
Was that when they
I did Street West Coast 1. Then I went up to Scrapyard before y'all had that nice fancy cage when it was mud and these noodles for the ropes.
All the swimming noodles.
Well,
yeah.
When was West Coast 1? Because I think we did Street Beefs Scrapyard before West Coast 1, but West Coast had that event out in the desert.
That was Street Beefs Cali City. They were that laid the foundation. That fight between Tiny Tank, Martin, and Bushido Zed, Alex, that set the foundation for West Coast. They but that was before West Coast got started. That's what led to it getting started. I think the top of 2020 was Street Beefs West Coast 1. I'm fuzzy on the month, but I know it was at the top of 2020. And after that, I went up to Scrapyard. I remember I went up to Scrapyard because I was already in LA and I had already fought West Coast 1. And I was like,
yeah.
I went on a drought sleeping because I was getting ready for the flight to come up to you. Firechicken.
Hey, quick question, TC. So King Manus asked a really good question, and I'm selfish. I would like to know as well. Who would you say is your toughest opponent so far that you faced?
Real Lion.
Real Lion.
He big as hell. He big as hell. He big as hell.
Yeah. He really don't look like he weighed 205 pounds. They be saying that about me, but he don't look like he weighs.
He look at least 215, 220.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be 5 over for title fights. We allow that.
That man look like he played defensive end. He should be on the Seahawks defense.
That guy's got some. He's got some. I don't know, man. I've sparred with him a lot, and it ain't like getting hit by somebody that size normally. Like he feels like he's got way more power than he should for that size.
Hey, maybe I think it would have been better if y'all were in a boxing ring, because at least up against the ropes, you wasn't hitting your head up against the wood.
Hey, if we were in a boxing ring, I wouldn't have slipped all them times, slipping and falling and getting knocked the fuck down and hitting my head on the wood. But I ain't gonna use them as excuses. Real Lion flat out whooped my ass. I didn't execute the
and just for the record, you wasn't trying to quit after winning the towel. You know what I'm saying? Just for the record, you still wanted to fight.
Whoever was saying that, you capping. Whoever was saying that, you capping. I was pissed off at Jay Gottem.
Yeah.
I was so pissed off. He said,
I take that one. You know what I'm saying? So whoever talking about that, you know what I'm saying? He didn't quit.
I wanted to,
but I just see like
lose.
Every time he was hitting you, your head was hitting the wood on the cage. So I'm like, man, nah, it's enough. Yeah. There was no way you could come back from that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you knocked him out, you wasn't gonna win that fight anyways.
I already knew that. I had that fight lost. I just wasn't finna quit. If I'm gonna go out,
right?
That's some respect, man. I can respect that.
Yeah. So, Jay Gottem, Viking, Firechicken, y'all want to talk about y'all experience in fighting and how y'all got to the scrapyard?
Where did Viking Warrior come from?
Where did Viking Warrior come from?
Yeah, let's ask Jay Gottem first because he's been doing most of the talking. So let's hear his voice some more.
Listen,
Jay Gottem.
I'm gonna take it
So how did
back,
you get your name,
back,
Jay Gottem?
back.
How did you
I
get
don't know
your
how
name?
far we should take it back because I got Viking Warrior here with me, so he can vouch for anything I tell you. Like I met this dude when I was 17,
You was 17,
18.
I was 18. Yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
was
saying?
17, I was 18.
And you know, that's really where my first fighting experience came from. You know, like I'm not that conventional training background. You know, I came up in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like I was out there, and don't get it twisted. I came from a city that's not much like gun violence and stuff like that. Like everybody think it's a square city because we don't shoot guns and stuff. But a lot of things about that square city is that we fight. And when I see you again, we fight again. And when I see you again, we fight again until we end up being cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm at Viking Warrior at the YMCA. I'm playing basketball. My mom is there to watch me because I'm kind of that guy. You know what I'm saying? And he get to cussing in front of my mom. I'm like, hey man, I know I'm doing you, but you don't gotta start cussing in front of my mom. And we almost got into a fight. You know what I'm saying? So he was friends with my brother already. So boom, we was kind of like, you know, who's the alpha male? We both Leos. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the alpha male?
Balling. You know, I was busting his ass a little bit, and he was frustrated already. So, you know,
I wasn't the one cussing.
But I
you know, if he was busting my ass, I probably would have been cussing too.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. But I didn't know his mama was there. You feel me? And I was cussing, and then he was like, "I'm cussing for my mama," and I had to stop. So it was like a silent pause, and we both looked. I looked up at the bleacher, and I noticed his mama, and I'm like, "Oh, sorry, ma'am." And then we went back to playing ball. You know what I'm saying? Like some real shit.
You know, and then he wanna get rough with me without cussing and stuff. So you know, we both Leos. That's what it is, or whatever. Next time I seen him, we at this party, and I don't know what's going on, right? But all of a sudden,
we just ended up
he's sticking up for this Marquise dude or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like goofy dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's about to get jumped, and T's sticking up for him, or Viking Warrior sticking up for him. T is Viking Warrior to me, you know what I'm saying? At this time, he was Hollywood. That was his name, Hollywood, and I was Superman. You know what I'm saying? And he had stood up for this dude who was about to get jumped. And then when they started fighting, the dude ran, and T's getting jumped. And T's fighting, bang, 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 keeping up off him, but then he has to fight his way out. He was like, hey, man, can you hold the door for me? I'm like, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, dudes came, and I'm holding the door like, nah, y'all gotta stop, woo, woo. So ever since then, we've been rocking like that. Now we done went through hella fight experiences that was outside of the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like I done fought against 12 people if it was 3 of us, and we had to fight our way at a party, and we done did that 6, 7 times already. I done busted my hand knocking 6 people out in the same night. You know what I'm saying? It was always that type of fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
I don't know if you can see the Wizard's comment, but he asked, like, what city did y'all meet in?
Lacey.
Olympia.
Lacey. Well, it's like Thurston County because it's 3 small cities that's all the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
But we met in
Olympia. So boom. After that, it's like I think T started training. He started doing little kickboxing fights and you know all this stuff. But I wasn't interested in that. I was at this time. I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to, you know.
I was trying to dig a finesse. We was trying to finesse everything.
Oh, can we talk about it or no? Can we talk about it or not? All right, nah. Hell nah. So boom, we was just getting our little money. You you know what I'm saying, messing with the, you know, female, you know, yada, yada, yada. So he started training and I wasn't with it. But every time he would have a fight coming up, he would need a sparring partner, and I would just be a sparring partner, like if I had time for it. After that,
But
I
this
ended
dude,
up
right?
getting locked up. You know, I started getting caught for the shit that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting a robbery first, and then I ended up getting the robbery in the first one. Now let's talk about the second one, because this is where I knew I was a shit at fighting. So boom, V-Dub calls me late night. I was in Tacoma. I'm with my little female. You know what I'm saying? He calls me, boom, I need a ride from the club because we drunk and she just got a brand new car and she don't want us to drive it or whatever. Hey, call everybody else, see if they can give you a ride. You know what I'm saying? If not, I got you. Boom, 30 minutes later, he calls me like, man, I couldn't get a ride. I drive from Tacoma to Olympia. You know what I'm saying? And tell him, I got what's good. So boom, he's with some other dude and some other female and his female. So boom, I'm in the car. I don't got a license at this time. I just got a car. I'm hot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's bad already. So I'm like, I'm not finna drive. You know what I'm saying? With a full car, late night, 2 o'clock at night or whatever. He gets in the driver's seat. Because I know my guy can drive when he's drunk. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we good. Boom. I'm in the passenger seat. And this dude that he had brought with him, you know what I'm saying, and his girl and this other random girl was in the backseat. We get to going, whatever. Boom, 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 boom. And T's girl whispers to T like, man, he's doing too much. He's trying to, you know, woo. So they get to arguing and stuff back and forth, and now T's missing directions and all this other stuff. You ever been around like 4 people that was drunk and you're not drunk? I'm just trying to do you guys a favor and get you home. You know what I'm saying? So they get to argue, and I'm like, well, hold up. Who is this guy anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can kick him out right now. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, fuck what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I guess he thought he was somebody because he trained at this fucking Brian Johnson's Academy. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Brian Johnson's Academy because it's a cool little school for martial arts. You know what I'm saying? But he thought he was a stuff because he trained there or whatever. Long story short, he challenged me like, I'm not scared of this big fight. I train at Brian Johnson's Academy. We can go do this right now. Anyways, I get out the car. I ended up giving him a 1-2, boom, and a 9 kick, bang. And it was all bad. He started shaking and, you know, it was all bad. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting locked up for that because, you know, he was supposed to give me gas money and he didn't give me no gas money. So I went and took his little gas money. I'd be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're gonna cause all those problems. So I ended up getting caught up for a robbery, but they charged me with a robbery in the 1st degree because I had broke his eye socket. When I don't know what had happened, but I broke his eye socket. So they charged me with the same thing as if I would have had a gun because I broke a bone, whatever. Anyways, ended up doing 6 years for that. And I came in the pen with the same energy I had out here. You know, if whoever wanted can get it. Now there's no guns in the penitentiary. So it's just you gotta back up what you taught. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never been a bully or nothing like that. But if you think you're a bully and you think you're about to do that to me, then we can do whatever. I think I went
find out.
Yeah.
So how you get the name Jay Gottem?
That's the thing about people from like the big cities, like in Washington, like Tacoma, Seattle. You know what I'm saying? They be like from these big cities where, you know, their reputation matters because they're shooters or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They think they are who they are. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, my penitentiary record is impeccable. At one point, you know what I'm saying, I went 13-0 in like a 9-month period. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we fighting in cells, you know what I'm saying? So anything, so I'm not really trained fighting, but you swing a motherfucker around, hit the bunk, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about aggression, you know what I'm saying? And so I gets out. I start being T's training partner again because he's still training. And then I start going through some shit because again, when I got out, we was really doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was good. I had moved. It was great. You know what I'm saying? I moved down to Las Vegas. Things were good. Shit triple up when you get it out of state. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, like, for 3, 4, 5 years, we was doing our thing on the top of our game, you know what I'm saying? And, ended up having kids. And so I had to slow down, settle down, tried to buy a house with dirty money and it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So if you out there hustling, at least have a job to back up where that money comes from, because I'm telling you, I've done everything right. And then it ends up, where's your tax returns? Where's your proof of income? You can't just put money, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like that. So then I started trying to get it right the right way. Ended up working. My first job I was working. And this is after, matter of fact, during doing probably 10, 12K a month, you know what I'm saying? Like consistently for the last 48 months, you know what I'm saying? Like we was good, you know what I'm saying? And went to a job at Doggy District. That's a dog kennel. And I was picking up dog shit for $9.25 a motherfucking hour. You know what I'm saying? Because all this, and I got it. I never got caught for anything and got out the game with like 40 good. You know what I'm saying? After taking a loss. And I was like, I could either go hard about the loss or just cut my losses with this 40. You know what I'm saying? And that was good. You know what I'm saying? But ended up working, trying to get it right, built my credit, did everything, tried to do everything the right way, had my kids, got married, got a wife, moved back up to Washington when COVID happened because Washington still had jobs, and ended up going through some bullshit, and they say a lot of motherfuckers go through shit with females and shit, but I ended up going through some shit where I was like, man, I need an outlet. I need, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't do what I like, when you fighting demons and shit, like, ooh, I wish a motherfucker would, like, and then you don't have nowhere to get that off of you. You know what I'm saying? It gets bad, like when you have to hold it in. And so V-Dub told me, he was like, man, why don't you sign up for this little Street Beefs thing? And this was probably like 3 days before it was supposed to happen. I was like, man, sign me up. Sign it. I don't give a fuck. Sign it.
Who told you about the Street Beefs thing?
V-Dub.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he knows.
Yeah, because
he knows. He knows. You know what I'm saying? So boom, went to Street Beefs, and that's the difference. It was a different feel. I felt like a beast, you know what I'm saying? But when I see all these people at Street, it was intimidating because like, oh, they're really ready to go. And then when I think I went first because I still had to go to work after that, right, Steve?
I don't remember, but you might be right.
I had went first with who was it? Castro. But then I had never fought for 2 minutes straight, you know what I'm saying? Back then it was 3 minutes straight for 3 rounds. Like I'm usually a minute, you know what I'm saying? We good and it's over. But when you have gloves on, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same as like bare knuckle fights and stuff. So I was tired. I was like, oh shit. It's crazy. Even though I did knock him down, I should have knocked him out. Cause you know what I'm saying?
And let me tell the people about Jay Gottem. This guy smokes cigarettes before and after every match, every street fight, every physical event. This guy just has to smoke a cigarette before and then after. So you be looking at him like, this guy is incredible. Like, he do crazy ass shit. Then he just smokes a cigarette. Like, he just did not just put in work for, like, 10 minutes, 20 minutes straight. Like, come on, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. You got to have
Go
it.
ahead, my fault.
And
Hey,
so,
Viking, how was your first experience with the scrapyard, man?
Who, me?
Who is E-Dub?
Yeah.
You talking to me? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the White Warrior.
take them all the way back.
I want to know about it, man. How you found out about us? Who told you? What led you out there?
The bearded beast.
So I'm Viking Warrior. If y'all don't know, now y'all know. Jay Gottem is my homeboy. Been my homeboy for 15 years. I only met Canadian once, and that was at the fight where he fought Real Lion. Cool dude, you know what I'm saying? He got heart. Firechicken, the man. I went to Virginia with him. He showed out there, man. Really impressed me with his 2 matches. One against Scarface, one against what's his name?
A-Train.
A-Train. That was a good match. But anyway, showed out, man. After that, we've been really cool since then. And so my first experience with the scrapyard, I was training. I basically train everywhere. I bounce around. I'm one of those trainers one of them athletes that need to be balanced. So I train at different gyms. I train with different individuals, and I train different martial arts. And I met Coach Belton, which was Arm & Hammer's. If y'all know who Arm & Hammer is, he one of the most viewed fights, Streetbeefs Scrapyard. But I met him at Coach Belton's gym. They had open sparring on Saturdays, and I would go over there, and I met those guys over there, and they was basically talking about Arm & Hammer's fight with True Grit, the one that went viral, and basically, showed me the fight and everything. And I was like, hey, bro, y'all need to let me know how to sign up, because I'm trying to do this, because I'm 34 now. I was just getting out of amateur boxing, so COVID happened and stuff, so I was looking for a new outlet. And honestly, this fell right in my doorway, and I reached out to Steve, Firechicken, and he said I was a little too experienced for him to find me a match right away. So, he was like, can't give me a match right now. So I went and reached out to Jay Gottem, sent him the info, and, it's magic from there. But my first experience, I lined up a match with Tyler the Destroyer. Me and him had a Muay Thai match probably 10 years ago now. And I had a torn meniscus at the time. I shouldn't have even fought in the first place, but I still fought because I was hard-headed back then, and ended up tearing my meniscus more. So the fight ended up being no contest. So because I had to stop because my knee got kicked out. But I lined up the fight with him because I saw he fought at Streetbeefs already once, and he accepted the fight. And, magic ever since, man.
Hey, V-Dub, so Lights Out's got a question for you. Who is your toughest opponent so far in Street Beefs?
Oh, man. Really, I would say Tyler was the only one that really made me had to turn it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really haven't had, like Swift Eagle, had me a little aggressive and stuff because, he was headbutting me. But when it comes to technical and trying to be smooth, I think Tyler had me pushing the most, in repetitive movements.
But what I've noticed, because I did that Fighter of the Year video for you a couple weeks ago, and I got a chance to watch all of your fights over again. And just looking back, like your first fight with Tyler the Destroyer was the last fight on that video. And I noticed that you've gotten significantly better since that fight. Like you're getting better every single match. So you're not the same fighter that you were back then.
Yeah, that's my whole goal, is to always try to be better than yesterday. You know, like we wake up a new person every day. It's up to us to do new things. You know, so that's my goal, man. Just to be a better me every day.
Who's Tyler?
Tyler the Destroyer.
Tyler Pushcore. He's a real cool dude. He's around the same size of 185. He's about to turn pro for kickboxing and MMA.
He fought Chase the Dragon. He's Chase the Dragon's only loss in the scrapyard.
Yeah. Kickboxing. But yeah. So
do any of the 3 fighters have intentions of going pro? What? 3 fighters? There's 4 of us here. I'm not going pro. I never wanted to go pro. That was never something. When I started doing amateur fighting, it was never a goal. I just wanted to get in there and fight because I got a release out of fighting. I love doing it. I love learning and testing myself against other people. I never thought of it as like, I want to make a career out of it. That was just never something that I never wanted to do. What about you guys?
What about you, Canadian?
I had a chance to go pro after my second fight, but it wasn't my thing. I was like, nah. I want to really dive into school. I want to really dive into acting and shit. If all else fails, then I'll go pro. But God got a different journey for me, so I ain't pro.
For me, to be honest, I don't even be signing up for the street beefs. I just fight because I can't like watch somebody else fight like 12 times and then like I'll be wanting to fight. So ask Steve, I don't even sign up early. I'll just show up and be like, man, you got a match for me, man. Like I didn't have nothing to do on Saturday. He's
just like permanently signed up.
Permanently signed up. I don't even gotta sign the waiver anymore.
Oh, well, you do.
Silence.
I signed it one time. That's it.
What about you, Viking?
Man, honestly, this probably gonna be my last year fighting, man. That's why I want all good opponents, man. BLK Prime coming up. I want to fight. If I can't fight El Coyote on BLK Prime, I'll fight him on the Westcoast Invasion. But I want El Coyote. I'll fight whoever they want to line up, man. I want to fight big names though. It's my last year fighting the Street Beefs, so I'm trying to get all big names. So if y'all listening and y'all want to fight me and you got a name, let's fucking fight.
Let's fucking fight.
Where can they get at you at?
They can get at me on our Facebook group that's got, I think we're like 22,000 members on there. That's the best way, and that's the easiest way for me to keep track of people. The second one is you can do it scrapyardfighting@gmail.com. I do signups through there if people absolutely do not have a Facebook. The last one, and I don't even tell people this because I don't like signing people up this way, but if you hit me up on Instagram, then I'll probably get you to send me an email. You know what? But people do contact me through IG. So if you guys want to fight, Facebook group or scrapyardfighting@gmail.com, that's how you get in.
Yep. Get it.
Do you guys want to tell them about what we have coming up in the next episodes and like what we're going to be doing as far as episodes 2 through 12? Should we do any spoiler alerts?
Hold on. Real quick, before we even get into that, I understand that it is somebody's birthday today.
Oh, yeah.
Can we say happy birthday to Firechicken?
Best kid, man.
All right, so
Clucking chicken's birthday.
On the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Firechicken. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Firechicken, you want to say anything to people?
My last year of my 20s. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Get the
Oh my God, man, you older than me.
Celebrating 45.
So tell us about
Hey,
it.
wow. We
Hey,
ain't there yet. Okay, we ain't there yet. I'm not in the Masters division yet.
Still got some years left.
I got at least
Grappling
1 year left.
the Masters
Is there
division
anything
is
we got
34 or
coming up
35.
changing for the scrapyard, Steve? What
Well,
we got going on
I think we really need to address what's going on this weekend. I mean,
this weekend? What's
we
going
got
on this weekend?
coming up, man. We got fights coming up. We got fights coming up every month.
Is there anything confirmed?
Yeah, we do, man. We got
We got this man right here.
We talking about this?
we got this guy right here fighting Golden Arms.
Ooh. Okay, so
Fire
Firechicken, if I can jump in at this point, the Wizard put a poll in Streetbeefs West Coast and in Scrapyard.
I intentionally didn't vote on it.
and everybody that did vote on it voted for Golden Arms.
Well,
so TC
I got some real ones that voted for me though.
TC is definitely an underdog. Let's talk about that, y'all.
We already knew that. We already knew you was gonna be underdog. It's up to you to go in there and show your ass and win, boy. It's up to you to go in there and show your ass and win. Show everybody wrong.
Let's be honest, you know, Golden Arms has had consistent matches, you know, so he's more like in the spotlight right now. Yeah, you're the underdog, man, but we can't forget all your matches that you won, and the two people that you lost to were like they're the top level. They're at the top. So, I mean, you can't rule out the Canadian. He's got a tricky style, and
Listen, if you don't whoop his ass, I'll whoop his ass. How about that? I'm gonna keep it 100.
Hey,
I thought I was gonna have an MMA match. I've been training for MMA, and I told Steve in the comments, if there's no MMA matches, then I'll take it in boxing.
Jay,
that's what I told Steve. Nobody could wait.
If I get
I might not have an MMA match, and I would have took that.
You might.
Let's keep it 100.
You might. If you
Let's
have
keep it 100. So if anybody else fights twice at the same event like me, I'm open for that.
Hey man, if you fight MMA,
kickboxing and boxing.
If you fight
I'll
MMA,
take a fight wherever I can get it.
I know, but if you fight an MMA fight Saturday, I will make it a title fight based on the fact that you have done enough MMA fights in the scrapyard to deserve a title fight.
Scrapyard, you in the comments, did you just hear that? If you want that strap, you gotta fight him.
You want that strap, you gotta scrap.
Yeah.
I'm ready for whatever. Somebody better tell him. I'll be here when the smoke clear and everything settled for real.
For real.
I'll just make another post like I did with Terrifier where I said, nobody will fight this guy. And now all of a sudden, everybody's coming out of the woodwork wanting to fight him.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. What the
I'm on the same shit as V-Dub.
Y'all see what the Wizard put in the chat? He said Golden Arms won 2 fights on Saturday.
Ooh.
Hey.
He wants me and you. And
let's get it.
And I actually said something.
That just means that he's doubting you. So you need to handle that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's all that means.
I'm gonna handle that.
Nah. Fight me first.
Actually, Canadian's gonna make it so he doesn't want a second fight, though, right?
No, I'll do that.
Canadian's gonna make sure Golden Arms can't fight after me. No one gets my
Hey,
I ain't
you
gonna
know what?
that.
Shout out to Golden Arms for coming up, though, man.
This is Streetbeefs Scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch backyard. We flip you like a flashcard.
Tell him.
I wish I knew who wrote that song. I wish I knew who performed that song.
Man, me too.
Got him.
Guy seems pretty cool to me.
Our own rapper. If only we had our own rapper in the scrap. Yo, wouldn't a scrapyard rapper be tough?
No. We got a couple in the yard. So, I mean, obviously we got one that we know about.
Mm-hmm.
What was the dude's name? He fought Nate Wu. He fought Pinchy Jr. Fuck. What's that guy's name? I'm gonna look it up really quick. He did a video and he posted it in the Scrapyard group the other day where they were rapping out of the back of a U-Haul truck. And I thought it was pretty good. And I hit it up and
hey,
was
hold on, Steve. I just noticed something.
What's up?
Why the fuck do you guys have your shirts off?
Oh, I was gonna say something about that. I was gonna say something about that earlier.
I got a reason.
What the fuck? I don't. Especially you, Connect. I remember Viking came on with this shirt off, but I remember you having a shirt on. You must have took it off while we weren't looking. What the fuck?
Honestly, I thought his shirt was still on.
I started feeling that margarita.
Damn, bro. No, you was like, oh, T took his shirt off. I'm gonna take my shirt off too.
Okay, guys. His name is Split. Split is part of a rap group that's in Washington State, and I think they're gonna do I think they're gonna put together a Scrapyard song too. So we do got a few people. We had that guy named Henri that fought for us too. You remember he was like, my name is Henri.
And then he got his ass whooped in my gloves. Yeah, he tried to give him back.
But
he tried to give me my gloves back. I'm like, man, you got to bless these with sage before you give them back.
We're just going to skip over Steve. Got the vocals.
For real, I let him keep them. You can keep those. Don't give them back. You got whooped in those.
That's right, Zed. We end up naked on this show.
All right, so
we ain't got to make it weird.
We're gonna give a breakdown of what's coming up next.
Yes, so
go ahead.
We also got Disturbing the Peace. He's fighting the Terrifier in an MMA title fight heavyweight matchup.
Disturbing the Peace from the West Coast, right?
Yeah, he's from the West Coast.
That's on Saturday?
That's Saturday, man. I don't got my fights in front of me. I got a guy coming from New Jersey, who's from Columbia. He just hit me up today confirming he's coming out. I got Illuminate the State. Shout out Illuminate the State. He's been one of our fans since like the very beginning of the Scrapyard. He was always in the chats. He's been out to fight a couple times. Went to Virginia with us, but he's coming up and he's fighting Dad in a I think it's a boxing match. So that one's confirmed.
Hey, isn't Illuminate the State the one that got whooped by Dash?
Yes, it is. He's looking for redemption. There he is at the bottom of the screen.
Hey.
So, but you know what? It does show something when somebody gets beat and comes back and they keep coming back and getting better and making that effort.
Sure.
I mean,
he went to Virginia too, right?
He did. He went to Virginia with us too.
Yeah.
And we got to do that again. That was fun. I had a great time.
For real.
Maybe this year. What do you guys think? You guys want to go to Virginia this year?
Yeah.
Down with it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or we go to
I gotta
West
work.
Coast, wherever.
Yeah, I gotta work.
We got that Westcoast Invasion coming up in May. I mean, we already know like some of the people that are fighting on it. I'm probably gonna box.
You already know we fighting.
I know you. I already know we already know who you're trying to get with. I mean, we can say it. We're trying to get you. We're trying to get you a match with El Coyote, right?
Yeah, El Coyote 619. Whoever want to come through, get this work. Let's get it.
You gonna do it on BOK Prime?
About that.
I want
shout out to Scarface.
I want to fight in the boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? I want to get that in.
Let's get those 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Yo,
let's get 6 rounds. Let's see who's ready, right? I ain't ready. I'm gonna tell you right now. I smoke cigarettes. I'm not ready. I'm cool. I'm gonna stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to. I'm not gonna chase the waterfalls. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I would be good just training. I just go fight because I'm already there to help. I just go to help. That's what I tell my wife. I'm just going to help this month.
What brand cigarettes you smoke?
And they end up fighting 2 fights.
Cools.
Nah, I don't smoke no Cools.
Canadian,
He said Cools. Who smokes Cools?
Canadian, you got anybody you're eyeballing for the invasion? I mean,
Yeah, it's supposed to be Hitman and Bricks if he still wants it.
Okay.
Man, listen.
Jay,
We need to have tryouts for the invasion. We need to have a scrapyard tryouts for the invasion.
Right.
I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Not even like, I'm not going to.
it's gonna be our top guys. I don't gotta tell people they gotta try out. If you're one of our top fighters, that's who's gonna represent the scrapyard. Yeah. After that, we'll start to fill spots. But I'm gonna see who's active. I'm gonna see how they did, whatever. Yeah. But
matter of fact, I'll be with you for the matchups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell them, send a list.
I'll add you to the chat for the matchups.
Send a list.
We got to get you somebody for 205 MMA, right?
I'm there every month, right?
Who's this West Coast got for 205 MMA?
Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Golden Arms entered the chat. Shout out to Izzy's opponent, and it seems like Golden Arms is trying to fight the real Lion.
Yeah, but we're trying to
that's for the invasion. Yeah, that'd be good.
We're trying to get Real Lion versus 619 for the invasion.
Ooh.
So,
but either one
or both.
Golden Arms would have to belt by then.
Yeah, or both. Man, I mean, everything's subject to change, So,
hey,
but I want to find out who their 205 MMA champion is, because then we can start looking at that for Jay Gottem maybe. I do know that they got a 155-pound boxing champion, and I do know of a certain 155-pound boxing champion that is going to be coming back to the scrapyard soon. So we might just see a dream matchup in May between Scrapyard's 155-pound boxing champion Golden Hands versus Diesel, maybe.
Is that what we're talking about?
We're talking about doing that. I mean,
is that what? Let's talk about it.
I think it's only fair if somebody holds a belt, if they hold a strap in whatever branch of Street Beefs, they represent that branch, and they should be first to be put up against the other branches, not for any belts, but just for
the strip. For the strip.
Nah.
Duva is the 205 MMA champion streak in West Coast.
Who is it?
Duva. I've sparred with Duva. He's if you haven't seen Duva, look up some of his fights on West Coast. Duva got them things. He's basically, Jay Gottem, but West Coast.
Okay. There you go. Start researching.
That'd be a hell of a fight.
Haha.
Yeah.
Home court advantage. Come on, man.
Aren't they all?
So good. I have my money on Gottem.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna bet against the home team.
Disclaimer:
this is the scrapyard where we don't pay our fighters, but we do give them reality checks.
Yes.
Ooh, hold on. Come on. Keep going.
Yeah. It's kind of like a stimulus. You feel me? You can get it every time you visit.
Rapper hands. Don't forget the rapper hands. It's like seasoning.
Who else, man? So Canadian, you got the most insight on the West Coast, I think, as far as like knowing who the big stars are. So like, can you see some of our guys versus some of theirs already? Because you kind of know like both sides. So I mean, what do you think?
I ain't gonna lie, and I like to see all these matchups that y'all was throwing out. Viking versus El Coyote, that'd be a great ass fight. I got Viking. No disrespect to Coyote, he ain't.
He's gonna give me a tough match, man. He's gonna give me a tough match, and that's what I need. I like his style, and I think it'll be a good fight.
Facts.
Let's get it.
Jay Gottem is simply put that nigga. If we're being honest, damn it. Him versus Duva, I've sparred Duva. Duva's my guy. Duva, I love you. I got him. I got Jay Gottem. I got Jay Gottem. I've seen them both fight. I got Jay Gottem. But love to Duva. Firechicken, I would actually love to see you in there with a couple of dudes. I would like to see you in there with the likes of what's that boy name? Oh man, Vegeta Black. I like to see you in there with Vegeta Black doing some grappling, doing some, some
Actually, I think I already got somebody matched up for grappling. I think it was Walk Lobster.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've seen that.
But I want to do a boxing match too. So I mean, grappling's one thing, that's like I do that every month and I don't train. I haven't trained for grappling in like years, not like really trained. So when I go out there and do that every month, that's just me like couch potato shape. I'm seriously, I'm not getting ready for anything. But
hey, Steve, what do you weigh?
Don't ask me that right now. Right now, right now I'm 200 pounds. But like when I was in Virginia, I was like more around 180, 185.
200?
Yeah.
You're 200?
Dude.
I think you might owe me a grappling match because I might be lighter than you.
I don't want to grab. You're 200 pounds of muscle. I'm like 100 pounds of muscle.
Last time I checked, I was like 194, 195.
Don't be a chicken now. Don't be a chicken.
Don't
be a fire chicken.
You can't use that against me. You can't.
Okay, Steve.
You know what,
but
Jay?
maybe we'll just do it without the cameras. I didn't know you were 200. I thought you were like 170.
No, man. No, I grappled you before a little bit at TFW, but like if you want to do a grappling match, give me until at least February, because like seriously,
you gotta start training now. You guys,
I got it, man. I gotta stop. Like,
that'll be a good one.
Versus Streetbender would be pretty nice. Streetbender, he's an MMA fighter in the
Against who?
Streetbender.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Dude, he's like 250.
He's getting down. He might get to 210.
Come on, man. I'm 200. I ain't 250 yet.
It's grappling. You're good.
You know what? We got some heavyweights that would be a good matchup for Streetbender. I think I got a couple people in mind for Shinigami.
True.
He's coming on the invasion.
I mean,
I like to see Brickhouse versus Dub. I like to see Brickhouse versus Dub.
That's why they just gotta send a list. Send a list of people that are coming.
I need to know. So Wedo, we need to find somebody for Wedo because I'm sure that he wants to fight. But yeah, man. So Shinigami's been wanting to fight a guy out in the scrapyard for quite a while now, and it just hasn't worked out. But it's not Tyler the Destroyer. It is the Destroyer, aka Pirate Pants. He fought in our first event ever, and then he's fought. Who did he fight?
I know who you're talking about.
Pony Boy, I think.
Yeah.
Oh man, Pony Boy pieced him up because he's just that good of a boxer. Pony Boy's got hands, man. I boxed Pony Boy at a brick house before. That wasn't a great experience. He's really good, and I think that he needs to come back. So if you're seeing this, Pony Boy, you're wanted back at the scrapyard.
Get your pony on.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Get on your pony.
That's actually Pookie's brother. So if you guys remember Pookie,
right?
Shinigami.
What happened to Pookie? I think Pookie needs to come back.
Pookie
needs to hit TFW or something. You know what I'm saying? Get his wind up and come back.
Yeah. I'd like to find somebody for Solo, but like I said, I did a live right before I came on here, and I was saying like our most requested fighters, like I get emails and comments on our videos weekly about some of these fighters, and it is when is Solo fighting, When is Gash fighting? When is Arm and Hammer fighting? And when is Jay Gottem fighting? I mean, you guys are the ones that get the most. Shinigami versus Terrifier? Nah.
That was
No.
That's not a good matchup, man. Come on, man.
I think Scorpio, who's making the suggestion there. I saw your name, Scorpio. How about Scorpio versus Shinigami? Because, like, I don't think you can knock out Scorpio, and he's getting better every match. So
every kick has its day.
Yes,
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Let's set it up.
Let's set it up. Yeah.
So coming up in the next episode, we're going to do a spoiler alert. I'm going to do a spoiler alert and tell them that we're going to be reviewing the fights and, you know, the last month's fights. And we're going to have, you know, Gottem's top 5 moments. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be kind of like a sports winner review of what went on. We're going to do the slow-mos. We're going to do the replays. So don't get caught on Gottem's top 5 moments. There you heard it here first.
That ain't lying. Hey, you know what? Fights this weekend, right? I'm going to say this to the fighters. Like, if you want I've told people this before, like, you want to go viral, land a head kick on somebody. I'm not even joking, man. Like, I've been doing this for a year and a half now. And if you land a head kick on somebody in a fight, and that I got a clear picture of it and I make it a thumbnail, I don't know what it is, but that video gets like 10 times the views that any other video gets. So, you know, like, this might be a good weekend for you to land on Gottem's top 5. Try to get on the positive side of it. But
Gottem, we got a segment where you kind of get on your checked in the food tip too, right?
That's what we're gonna do, our shoulda, coulda, woulda segment, you know, where we're gonna review the mishaps and the mistakes of the fighter, and we're gonna say what he shoulda, coulda, or would have done if we were in that situation.
Yeah.
Hey, V-Dub, they want to know how much you weigh.
I walk around like 180. I weighed today
180. Yeah, you were like 170 when you fought Scotty Showtime. Shout out Scotty Showtime fighting this weekend. He's lined up to fight, but yeah, man, you cut weight down. You were up. I want to say you were up like 185, 190.
When I first started the scrapyard, I was 190.
Yeah.
And, I started after I fought El Gyro. What's Gyro?
El Gyro.
Yeah, I didn't really train too hard for that fight, and I got a lot of criticism about my cardio. So ever since that fight, you know, I pushed my cardio a little more, and ever since then, I just been trying to get more, you know, a little more in my fights than just standing and waiting for my opponent. I don't really want to wait for my opponent. I want to be the aggressor. I want to control the fight. You know what I mean?
Silas versus Firechicken?
I don't know. I've never. This is gonna sound bad, man.
Watch Mr. Silas's fights.
I haven't seen his fights, and it's nothing against him, but when you're editing and doing all the shit every month, like, I don't get a chance to watch all the stuff from all the different branches as much as I'd like to. But, you know, like, if I see Beach or Shinigami, or I hate to sound like a casual Streetbeefs fan, but I kind of am nowadays because I'm so busy working on fights and promoting and stuff. So I got to look the guy up, but I got a couple people in mind that I'm thinking maybe, but I don't think they'll be down with it. So, whatever.
You've sparred with Scarface, haven't you?
I did kind of a sparring match with him.
He did a mixer. It wasn't a sparring match. It was a mixer. Like, they got it in. They went hard. You know what I'm saying? It just ended early because of a little injury.
Yeah, so he was supposed to fight on BLK Prime, and so he threw I think it was a wide left hook and missed, and it twisted his knee, so he couldn't. We were going to do 2 rounds, but yeah. So
yeah, it ended after 1, but it was a good match.
Shit happens.
I want to work out with him when I go up to Virginia. I mean, I sparred him the first time when I went to Virginia back in 2018. I got a hold of Scarface like right when I got into Virginia, and I was like, "Hey man, I want to come out." And he's like, "It was a Friday," he says, or a Thursday, and he's like, "Hey, come on out tomorrow. We're doing some sparring." And I remember I jumped in my rental car and I drove out there. It was like 3.5, 4 hours to get to this place. And I'm in Virginia for work, but I mean, I didn't have any work, I didn't have anything to do after work. So I drove all the way out there and I met him. I've sparred with him, Big Ben, and Iraqi Assassin in OG Yard. It was pouring down rain, and those guys went out and trained with me. I felt like they only did it just because I was coming out. And I thought that was hella cool. But he did a little interview with me. It's you can find it or whatever on our old like if you look up Scarface Firechicken, you can find my interview with him. But he told me, he said, "Hey, we're doing fights next weekend," and that's what led to everything. I was like, I'm there, and I had no idea what to expect when I showed up, but hey, it worked out.
That's dope.
All right, party people, it is that time. I'm the voice behind the curtain, and so I'm gonna let y'all.
Is that the first episode?
That's the first episode. Hey, you know what?
First motherfucking episode.
How do we do?
You know what? If you enjoyed this first episode, the first podcast episode of Scrap Talk, what I want you to do right now is I want you to go down below. I want you to hit that thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed because we're going to do this again in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think they like me. I think they like me.
Better. They're going to get better. Because we're going to have guests on, and I'm not going to tell you who any of the guests are, but you can probably figure it out by going and looking like at some of our top matches in the scrapyard. So be prepared because we're going to dive deep into the fighters' past.
Yep. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears listening, and we're going to come with better content. Let's check it out.
This is Scrap Talk, live and fight podcast in the Pacific Northwest. Let's go.
Viking Warrior.